Hey everyone, good afternoon or evening. Actually, it's about 6:30. This is Ben Capozzi with Broad Shoulders Farm in beautiful Sutherland, Virginia, Zone 7. The day is coming to a close, and I spent most of it working with Tuck Farms. They brought us, this is like being the weather person, they brought us 107 bales of hay, which I'm super excited about, and also 380 running feet of oak boards, which I'm pretty excited about for some building projects. And behind me is the initial sketches of the potato project, which I'll talk about in another video. But just today, while I had a sec before it gets too dark, I thought I would talk a little bit about plans for the new waterfowl paddock. So if you're interested in that, stick around. I'll flip the camera around and talk about it briefly. All right, the new waterfowl paddock. So some of the boys and girls are already up in there running around in it, but longtime farm viewers may recognize this corner as where the original rooster run existed. It's really kind of unrecognizable now, but the current waterfowl paddock is right over here. It's quite large, and I did my best to try landscaping and such in there, trying to establish some things for the birds to snack on while they would be in there. And I've learned that without really much better and careful protection than I had originally thought necessary, it's not going to work. They're just going to ruin everything. Even if it's just like a place for the ducks to sleep at night, things will always happen. You'll be late. There'll be a day where they have to stay in for the night, or for the whole day if you're traveling or something like that. Just stuff goes wrong and they wind up just eating the heck out of everything. They destroyed several fruit trees that I had placed along there. I was going to espalier for them. There are a few survivors, but I've moved one of the other survivors, and of course several just didn't make it because they love nibbling on the bark. I'm actually kind of amazed that this peach tree has survived, but I also was trying to do some interesting things with channeling water and building swales and maybe making a little pond for them that would hold water during rain events and all that. And of course I originally had, well, not originally, but the most recent version had a beautiful duck barn that I was really happy with over there. And then the wind caught it not once but twice and completely flipped it over into what is going to be the vegetable beds. And just the second time, I mean, the thing is rickety as all get out. So I redesigned it and I just put it up because I just needed it to get me through the winter. And that's exactly what it's done. So now it's time to reconsider what I want to do with this space and what I want to do with the waterfowl and their housing. So this, is the answer to all that. An area that's about a third to a quarter the size of the current space that they have. And an area that exits out onto, there's going to be a little run here, but that gets them right into the orchard. They can hang a left and go into the orchard, but it already gets them on this side of the farm. They can also go down into the hayfield and down there over that bank, or even off into the woods if they're interested in that, which eventually is part of the plan. But what I really need to do is get them out of, you can see my wife's grandparents' home, which is not occupied, but my wife's dad is very proud of the lawn over there. He's been working on setting up with zoysia grass forever. And the ducks and the geese, he does not like over there. And every day when they let out over there, they run over there and they spend a ton of time there. So this is part of getting them to spend more time over here. Hi, Margot. Margot's my little gourmand goose. Do you want me to bring you a fresh turnip? Hold up. I was saving this one here for, actually that one's fresh here. Do you want this one that you already took a whack at? Here you go. Okay, I'm gonna put that down for you and I'm gonna keep talking, all right? So the idea was to get them over to this side of the farm over here on the east side and get them out more into this area faster. They are starting to make the trek around here. They've done that much more this year, which is great, but what I really need to do is get them out of the habit of going over there. So that's what part of this is for. My wife was here today and helped me out. I'd already set up the T-posts, but she helped me get all the fencing set up today. The gate is going to be right here. I'm going to pick up an 8-foot gate from Tractor Supply. It angles and goes all the way up to here, and then it's backed up right to the corner here of my market garden. And like I said, there's already some geese in here. There is Abraham and Ryan and maybe Noobs, maybe Polly. I'm not sure who that is hanging out. Also, there's a bunch of geese running around in the market garden back there. You guys are lucky I haven't planted anything yet. Anyhow, so this is just right now very rough. I just know that I'm going to get them over here, but I think their housing is going to be sort of an L-shaped structure, and it's going to be much lower. I'm not going to try and do another 8-foot house. I'm probably not even, maybe I think I'm going to top out at 6-foot housing, but I'm going to build an L frame back here into the structure, and I may even have it set up for, an L-framed structure back into the corner, and I may even have it set up for ducks in one house and geese in another house, which is how they were originally. And when I did the combined housing, which was this, it was wonderful, except, you know, geese are not bullies, but geese, that whole thing about birds of a feather flock together is very true, even as integrated as our flocks are. And especially now during mating season and laying season, there's 5 geese in there sitting on clutches of eggs. I can't let all of them hatch, and they're not all going to hatch, but they are very ornery. They've beat up mostly the roosters who live in the Waterfowl home for gentle lads, but I've seen them be rough with some drakes before as well. So I think it's going to be best if everyone has clearly distinct housing, even though it's all going to be inside the same paddock. And I'm going to try and take advantage of the slope of the land here to add some really nice deep water troughs in here so that they could conceivably swim. Maybe even have like a little deck that they can come off of, and there'll be some, you know, really nice like cattle troughs or something here. Just something to do that. 6-foot high welded wire fencing everywhere. It's the same as they have over there. With Ellis at the farm, our predator pressure has really dropped significantly, and they'll come out here. There's going to be a fence around the potato patch. So really, sorry, I apologize for moving the camera around so much. I know it can be disorienting, but really there's going to be this nice channel here where I can open up the gate and just out they go. And they can go out to the hayfield. They can go up to the orchard. They can go over here to the June and October paddock. If you know about my paddocking system, that'll make sense. And I am thinking about trying to take advantage of this natural depression here, which is, it was overgrown with poison hemlock, and I completely covered it with a tarp last year, and there was no poison hemlock. It was great. And the tarp is totally degraded now. It wasn't a silage tarp. And so it's coming through again this year. I'm just gonna pull it all, yank it all up and throw it away. And I may put down, honest to goodness, silage tarp, but I may come in here and do a little digging. And eventually this might be a small, very small pond or something that retains water. And I'm really thinking about trimming it, ringing it, running around the perimeter with willows. I haven't fully thought that out yet, but that may be something. I may even set up like some willow structures in there, something interesting. So we'll see. Hi everybody. Hi, Tangiers. Is this your flock now? A handsome boy. Hi Franny. Hi Xingwang. Hi Grace. Oh, that's nice. He's actually led them all out of the market garden, so I won't have to do that. Thank you, Tangiers. Much appreciated. Hi. Hi, little Harlequin. Oh, you want some treats, don't you? I'll see if I can come up with something. So anyhow, that in a very brief overview is what's going to be happening here with the new waterfowl paddock. I just wanted to touch base with y'all at the start of it. It's going to be a process I'm not going to do this tomorrow. I'm not going to do this weekend. I've got literally 1,500 plus vegetable starts that are ready to go into the market garden. That's got to happen this week. The rain is not helping me with that. I've got a very large patch of land that I'm preparing for potatoes that's got to go in. So there's an awful lot to do. And the ducks and the geese are fine where they are right now, but this is coming. All right, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, I hope that you're doing well and you're happy doing it. Please stay safe, and my best to you and all your loved ones. And if you have questions, comments, concerns, helpful critique, that's always welcome. You can find us at Broad Shoulders Farm on Facebook and Instagram. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.